Hello everybody, here we are with the cleanup from the elm tree. Had this big piece of thick pottery here with some lines in it. We really have some poor designs in our pottery compared to them guys south and west of us. Had some big tip here. This thing was so calciumed them up, couldn't even tell it was hardly a tip but the shape of it. Just some awesome quality mosaic. Tip of some tool. Midsection of something that actually looked like it got close to the fire, but was some awful pretty stuff. Some other tip off of something that was pretty. Some other itty bitty tip. And this, I don't know if it was a tool like it was made or has a little bit broke off or what, but another pretty looking garden piece. And then this dude here, and that's a shame, he ain't very big, but that's a shame the base was broke off him. Nice Dixon, that's what we think it was anyways. I don't know, I still think the base is a little thick for a Dixon, but that's what Terry thinks. I mean, them shoulders are just like a lot of them Dixons out there. But it was definitely some pretty material. Then I was getting ready to put away all my, what I call my shelf points. Points that don't get good enough to really fall in a case. But, oh yeah, here's them, a little bladette, them bird points I found the other day. Sorry about that light, my shadow getting casted in there, but there's that tool that me and Terry found on our one Gasconade float trip. Actually, that was our voyage camping trip down to Gasconade in our kayaks. Some other big old mean tool. And see, that thing got broke. There's pretty colors in it. One of my favorite little kind of middle archaic points, a little Robinson. Will have been real pretty. Here was a dig find. Will be Graham Cave. Missing an ear. Some kind of knife. Just barely missing a little tip. Nice adze though. And there's a whole nother shelf full over there, and then in that room there's just buckets. It's got all kinds of broken stuff. This here was a crying shame. Oh my gosh. This here would have been 5 inches or bigger Dixon probably. Just phenomenally thin. Man. Beautiful material. This here would have been a pretty little point. Some kind of woodland looking thing. Dixon got the part tip knocked off, just some kind of base. I better go a little faster here. Got a lot of stuff show. This tip, whatever that come off of. I'm thinking an Etley maybe, but may have been something else. Whatever it was, man, it was nice. It was nice. Some kind of little tool. This here's a crying shame. It's Afton. Missing its ears, man. This guy here would have had ears that probably come down as long as his base. Thin. Just black, too. Black. We don't get a lot of black like that. We sure don't. Not as pretty on that side, but still. Yeah, one of the broken drills. Some kind of woodland drill with a notch there, and it's chipped out. I think it may have been made that way, hard to say. This was a dig find. A sugar quartz rice lobe. An impact break on it. All patinaed up brown. Like a little sugar quartz Smith or Smetley, Melville point. Oh, it was see-through, that's for sure. Some kind of blade tip going. Another nice edge, and this is made out of like some stuff like sugar quartz, but it's oolithic. It's really, really tough stuff. Here's a nice edge. Here's that one Dixon, just makes you sick. So thin again. Tip gone. Look at that. Or the base gone. I mean, not the tip, but that tip is so thin and pointy. Ow! 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 Little guy here. It is a really neat looking ad. It's got a cool bullseye on it. Some Cortex left on that side. This dude here is really cool. Big impact brake. So thin. And them are spoke shaves notched in there. Spoke shaves, or is it a face? I don't know. And then, yeah, it's right there. There's a crack. I can get the light to come through it, but it'll shine all the way down through there. But oh, pencil drill from the creek. This is all creek stuff now. Another drill. Here's a really nice tool from the creek I found one day. So it's off the same gravel bar I found my Graham cave on. And that's some kind of tool out of the dirt. Here's another nice edge out of the creek. Oh, there, got one of them flat stub bits on her. Yeah, this one's out of the creek, but it's another nice edge, a little stub bit. Really nice edge, actually. Another edge from the creek. Some other edge. Here's like a Graham cave. There's some tip, blade edge, ears. Rough material. Well, it's neat material, it really is, but boy, it's such a hard stone, it's hard to even, boy, I don't know how they nap something out of that thing. I mean, it's unreal, you wouldn't believe it. Lots of pretty in that blade there. An old pink thing. That's that off that Gasconade trip. Almost looks like a piece of black asphalt. Well, it's a black arrowhead, man. I mean, I don't know. Weird. Almost seems like it'd be some rhyolite or something, maybe. I don't know. Never really had much of that stuff. There's just beat up a little bit, actually. Look at these little guys here. This here was a shame. This is Adina. And it was thin. Just thin. Real colorful Smith. Missing the base. Ears. Here's a really cool looking tool, man. Some awesome material in it. I love this tool here. I love them all, really. This guy here. This thing here, man, that's a shame that was broke. Look at that patchwork design. Not as much on that side, but boy, that side it sure is. Been an awful colorful piece. Another Smith or something, probably. I think some of you guys remember that one from the video. Actually, they've all been in videos, most of them. This thing over here, whatever it was. Then here's all of this year's broken Dalton. Broken Dalton. But any Dalton's a good Dalton. Another broken Dalton. Big old impact break down that baby now. So you know that shot a big old elk, buffalo or something. Or that drill. Ground all the way up to the serrations, man. I mean, all the way. This is kind of almost all there, but it's, man, that's one crazy sharpened down old pink point now. This tip, look at that thing. This is actually almost all there, except really beat up, kind of, but the tip's all there. I ain't sure really what to call it. It's old. Tip. It would have been off a great big long Pike County Dalton. Great big impact break on that. Look at that. Giant bison kill. And this big old tip. I mean, that tip's 3.5 inches by itself. Oh. And there's a whole tub of all the broke stuff out of the elm tree and a few things over there. And then this year's already to start the shelf out. I had it to show this thing. I think it's a stalactite tip out of a cave that got all quartzed up or whatever, but it's a cool creek find. This year's start of the shelf, a big old 5-incher. Man.